Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. Today we will start with page number 112. Page number 112. The first topic is nature and scope of disaster. Taking into consideration the scope of disaster, some of its important facts must be thought over as follows. So these are the different phases of disaster. First is pre-disaster phase, warning phase, emergency phase, rehabilitation phase, recovery phase and reconstruction phase. Out of these phases, the most important are the three which has been given below: phase of emergency, transitional phase and reconstruction phase. So if there is a question, you may write these phases. So what are the phases? Taking into consideration the nature and scope of disaster, only three aspects of disaster are important for common citizens. That is phase of emergency. Now what is phase of emergency? That means at the time of disaster, before any type of disaster occurs, first of all there is a warning which has been given, which will be given. Okay, so the people has to take care of at the time of disaster. That means when the disaster occurs, there is maximum lives which can be affected. Okay, at this time the action should be taken. Various actions like search and rescue operations, medical assistance, first aid, restoring communication services, removing the people from affected area, these are expected in this phase. You may mark those points and write those points itself if you are having a question. Next is transitional phase. Rehabilitation work is started in this phase after the subsidence of any type of disaster. So what do you mean by rehabilitation work? It includes cleaning of debris, restoring water supply, repairing roads, etc., so that it will help to bring normalcy in public life. Okay, so that is rehabilitation. You have to take care of you have to rebuild the lost property and to take steps to help the people to cope with the mental stress and the financial stress which they are suffering from. Next is reconstruction phase. Reconstruction phase means it begins with transitional phase. People reconstruct their buildings and facilities like roads and water supply. Okay, it has to be restored. Farming practices are restarted. So floods affects the farms, so it should be restarted. However, it takes long time for reconstruction. So if you are having a question on what are the different phases of disaster, then you have to write these points and explain it by writing at least 2 points each. It is a 3-mark question. Now below that they have given about the natural disaster which has been experienced by planet Earth. Okay, generally such conditions of natural imbalance have been arisen due to greed of economic progress of human beings. So most man-made disasters, it is due to the greed of human beings. Increasing population, okay, it increases the problems. Such disasters have been increased after the World War II. Condition of instability arises in the country due to various reasons like economic inequality, racial and religious differences, etc. Incidences like terrorism, abduction, social differences have been a routine now. Production and use of harmful chemicals is under ban in developed countries. However, production of either same or those chemicals which can wipe out the human race is common in developing and poor countries. So in poor countries still the different things which have been banned in developed countries is going on now also. Now we may move on to next page, that is page number 113. There is a do you know box. In 2014 there had been a huge landslide in the village Malin, Taluka Ambegaon, district Pune. Okay, the pictures have been given. Another such threat to human being is from the atomic energy power plants. It is a continuation of page number 112 about the disasters like increasing population and the different chemicals which have been produced in different countries. Another such threat to human being is from atomic energy power plants. There is radiation leakage. You know about the example of Chernobyl, Russia. Its ill effects are still experienced in this region. This atomic energy plant was only used for electricity generation. Nowadays, many countries are equipped with atomic energy. Out of this, risk of radiation leakage is increasing due to carelessness. Hence, importance of disaster management has become the foremost need of almost all the nations. So, what should be done to reduce the effects of disaster? Direct participation of citizens in disaster management is highly necessary. Similarly, disaster management schemes should be changed with respect to location, time and nature of disaster. It should not be restricted for a particular period. Okay, overall there may be any type of disaster, it should be overcome. Now the next part of the chapter is about disaster management. So till here we have studied what is disaster, what are the different effects of disaster and the phases, that is nature and scope of disaster. Now first we will see the objectives of disaster management, a box towards the side. It has been deleted but we will go through it. Disposal of human lives suffered human beings during the calamity and release of people. Okay, that is the first objective. Supply of essential commodities. The restore the human life in the region by creating reconciliation in disaster. Reconciliation means compromise, harmony among the people. Rehabilitant disaster victims and different protective measures. Such disaster will not reach in future. Okay, so it is for future. So these are the main objectives of disaster management, which is a very important question, but it has been deleted for this year. Now the disaster management. Disaster may be minor or major, short time or long time. It should be overcome and effective disaster management is necessary for it. There is close relationship between disaster management and public participation. Disaster management is either prevention of disasters or making arrangements to face it or at least achieve the abilities to face it. Okay, so disaster management is the protective measures which are taken at the time of disaster, after the time of disaster and for future. Okay, now we may move on to the next page, page number 114. The first paragraph is important. What is disaster management? Disaster management is achieving or time to time improving the ability to face the disasters through scientific and careful observation and analysis of data. For example, preparing the action plan through study of various aspects like preventive measures, rehabilitation and reconstruction, and executing that plan is nothing but the management of disaster. Okay, this paragraph, these lines you may learn, it could help you in any answer in the chapter. Now the disaster management can be divided into two parts. First is pre-disaster management, that means the actions which could be taken before occurrence of the disaster, and post-disaster management, that means the actions which has to be taken after the disaster. So pre-disaster management, this includes the complete preparation and planning to face any type of disaster. For that, what we will have to do first is identifying the pro-disaster areas, collecting information about the intensity of disaster, probable sites of disasters through prediction. Third, getting special training for disaster management. And fourth, increasing awareness among the people about disaster management and the general among the public through training programs. Now, what are the points under post disaster management? Providing all types of necessary help to victims of disasters, participation of preferably local people saved from the disaster in arrangement and arranging the help to victims, quick establishment of help center, category of help material to be reserved from control center, delivering the material to victims and continuous review of the help, being always prepared for disaster rescue. You may learn these points. This is a 3-mark question. Now, there is a disaster cycle which has been given. We will start with preparation. Okay, preparation. Plan is prepared to minimize the destruction. So, whenever there is an indication that a disaster is going to occur, you have to prepare a plan to minimize the destruction of any type of disaster. Redemption. Plan for minimizing the damage to the society and the country. So, for example, if you remember, as soon as the coronavirus patients started to increase in our country, our Prime Minister had declared a lockdown. Okay, that was one preparation, first step according to their department, which was taken to reduce the spread of the disease. Redemption. Plan for minimizing the damage. Okay, that was again a plan to minimize the damage to the society and the country. Next, preparedness. Okay, while when people were under preparation and redemption, preparedness was started. A plan is chalked out so as to get the quick response from general public and administration. So it was decided, the action of administration was decided at that time. Now the impact of disaster. Okay, so the impact of disaster, it started in about April, May, June. Intensity of various aspects of disaster and disaster management are reviewed. Okay, so you might have experienced this. The number of people, the number of patients were maximum at the time of September. Okay, September, October, and at these times. Okay, so at these times, along with the protective measures which were taken by the people, the administration had to study, had to take a review of what were happening in the society. Response to the disaster is to be given immediately after the incidents. This factor is followed by the disaster strike in this cycle. So response has to be given. Resurgence is an important link between emergency measures and national progress. Resurrection, that is bringing again into activity. So one by one the lockdown was released. Okay, and after that, now the life of common people has returned into normalcy. Now, resurgence is an important link between emergency measures and national progress. Resurrection is a stage used for the welfare and rehabilitation of the nation. And the last is restoration. This is an important link between measures after disaster and national development, which we have to go through yet. Okay, it is yet to come in our conditions. This is an important link between measures after disaster and national development. This step is useful for progress of the nation and rehabilitation. So whatever economy has been affected, it has to be brought back for the progress of the nation. Okay, so these are the different, this is a disaster cycle. The question will be, what are the main aspects of disaster management cycle? You have to write all the 7 points. You may write the heading and explain with a single sentence or so. Okay, now we may move on to the next page. Page number 115. Structure of disaster management authority, that is the question which is important. This topic has been deleted, but still you may just go through. The first one is National Disaster Management Authority, whose chairman is the Prime Minister itself. Below, State Disaster Management Authority, the chairman is the Chief Minister. District Disaster Management Authority, the chairman is the Collector. Taluka Disaster Management Authority, the chairman is the Tahsildar. Below that, Village Level Committee, the chairman is the Sarpanch. Okay. Now the Tahsildar and the Sarpanch, they are under a system involved in actual rescue and the rehabilitation work. All the three you may see, Collector, Tahsildar and Sarpanch, and the general public, they are involved in the actual rescue and the rehabilitation work at the time of disaster. And other social and private organizations, the NGO organizations, they are in contact with either the collector, the chief minister or the prime minister. Okay. And about district disaster management authority, at the district level, you may see the last paragraph, district collector is responsible for disaster management and implementation of rehabilitation schemes. Collector is planning, coordinating and controlling the implementation of rehabilitation program, gives out necessary instructions and reviews the entire system. District collector is also responsible for designing the schemes for each district separately for each type of disaster and getting those sanctioned from state level authorities. So this is about district disaster management authority. Now we may move on to the next page, page number 116. District wise district disaster control unit. District control unit is established immediately either after the impact of disaster or getting intimation about it. It reviews about various aspects of disaster, keeps continuous contact with various agencies like Army, Air Force, Navy, Telecommunication Department, paramilitary forces, etc. for getting help. Okay, so they have to be in contact with all these departments. It is also responsible for coordinating the various voluntary organizations for their help at the time of disaster management. Now, we may see who does what. There is a symbol which has been given. You may just go through the symbol. What does it mean? It is National Disaster Response Force, which has been established in 2005. Now, the next, can you tell question? What is first aid? What is first aid? It is the preliminary treatment given to a person affected by a disaster. How can we offer first aid to victims of any disaster? About airway, breathing, circulation. You had studied this last year in standard 9. You may go through it if you are having your textbook of standard 9. The symbols, the signs of figure 10.2, it is important. They will give you the signs and they will ask to write what it is about. So you may mark those. Now we may move on to page number 117. Figure 10.2, various disasters. They will give you the diagrams, they will give you the pictures and ask you to explain. First is about earthquake. What could be done? What precautions would you take during those disasters? That is the question. At the time of earthquake, you may run to an open place, avoid elevators, sit under a table. You may write these points which have been written in the textbook itself. Second is fire. Use fire extinguishers. Run towards a safer place. Call the fire brigade. You may write 3 points each. Third one, it is a person being bitten by a snake. The precaution, wash the wound thoroughly with water. Second, arrange for medical assistance. Then, Below that, figure 10.4, the various activities, the various transportation methods like cradle method, carrying on back, carrying on two hands, which are to be followed at the time of emergency conditions. Now complete the chart question. It has been deleted, but it is an important question. Objectives of first aid. What are the objectives of first aid? Relieving pains, provide comfort, attempt to improve the condition, provide primary help before advanced medical assistance is available, saving lives, preventing deterioration of condition of victims of disaster, and protect unconscious victims and promote recovery. You may write those points, just go through it. Page number 118, it is about first aid kit and mock drill. Now what do you mean by mock drill? You may underline the statement which is there in the textbook. It is a practice to check the preparedness of facing the disaster as early as possible. A virtual apparent situation of disaster is created. Virtual means mock, false. Okay, false condition. That means you have to act like there is a particular disaster which has occurred. For example, this is done in schools actually. They ring a bell, warning bell. At that time you have to act. You have to go outside the class one by one. You have to come down through the staircase, not to use elevators. You might have seen. Okay, such conditions are created and virtually. Okay, such conditions are created and then the people are made to experience the type of disaster and what should be taken at that time. That is mock drill. So I repeat, it is a practice to check the preparedness of facing the disaster as early as possible. Virtual apparent situation of disaster is created to check the reaction time for any type of disaster. Trained personnel observe their responsibilities to check execution of plan designed for disaster redressal. This helps to check the efficacy of the system prepared for disaster redressal. Mock drill is arranged on disaster of fire in various schools by the firefighters. It includes the demonstrations like extinguishing the fire, rescuing the people trapped at higher floor of buildings, rescuing the persons whose clothing have catched the fire, etc. Such activities are also arranged by police force and voluntary organizations. Next, the objectives of mock drill. It is an important point. Evaluating the response to the disaster, improving the coordination between the various departments, identification of own abilities, improving the ability of quick response to disaster, checking the competency of the planned actions, and identifying the possible errors and risks. Okay, so the last page, page number 119. Okay, it is just about the different actions which could be taken. Okay, nothing from that page. So this is the end of the chapter, chapter 10. You may go through the textbook. If you are having any doubt, you may ask. Thank you.